Our next demonstrator has created desktop and mobile apps to save travelers 30 to 40% on private car transportation. Please welcome TJ Clark from limos.com.
Thank you. We are honored to be back in the Innovation Summit, and we are, I'm going to watch my adjectives, really excited to tell you about the innovations that we've been able to accomplish over the past year. The first thing that gets us so excited about the private car marketplace is just how big it is. It's really divided into two huge segments, private car, which is limo, and taxi. And in private car, you have about a $17 billion market opportunity. It's $10 billion in corporate, and it's $7 billion in retail, which is the, I'm having trouble with my clicker. $7 billion in retail, which is all the great things that people like to do when they're in limos getting together for birthdays and groups. There's a $19 billion segment that's in the taxi side of the market. So this is $36 billion opportunity to be addressed. And if you look overseas, there's another $10 billion of opportunity in Europe and Asia. So huge market opportunity. And what is so surprising is that less than 5% of the bookings in this category are being done online. That's really amazing. And what's hampered it is that you have thousands of local suppliers that are on closed systems and or no systems that don't make their pricing and availability readily available for e-distribution. Let's take a look at the competitive landscape. To us, there's really two ways to measure it. How useful, or what's the utility of the service, or how useful it is, and how much value are you getting, the price and the service. And in this space, there have been players for 30 to 40 years, which are legacy-based networks like Carry and Boston Coach. And while they provide premium services, they do it at a super premium price. The local provider will get you better service and a better price, but unfortunately, he's local, so you can't use him everywhere you go, and he's not technology advanced in distribution. There's a whole cast of new players in the web and mobile aggregation space, companies like Winston, Uber, and Taxi Magic, which are distributing through mobile. And while these have been a great aha for customers with the type of service they can provide, the utility is not as good because they can't provide coverage in all major markets. GroundLink is also in this category, and they provide broader coverage, but they are a limo company, and they are not a marketplace, and this impacts their value to the customers. We really want to play in the top right quadrant, which is providing customers a marketplace that delivers the best values to get broad universal coverage around the world and distribute broadly through web and mobile. What's incredible in the marketplace is that no single player in this huge category has ever aggregated even 1%. We put together a world-class team of technology people and travel experience people, and we looked at this space, and these people are from Hotwire, Expedia, Starwood types of backgrounds, and we put together a single, flexible platform where we could hold our inventory and distribute that inventory through a host of products. What we did is we aggregated 2,000 local suppliers. This is an actual map of our inventory base in North America, and we put these suppliers together from around the globe, expanding into Brazil and India and China last year. We took their different business rules for all these different locales, and we abstracted them and normalized them into our system and into a single common interface from which we could distribute. Let's take a look. So on our web distribution, limos.com, we give the user a familiar search box so they can input their trip criteria, the number of passengers, where they're going, and when they need the service. And then we can go to our database of local suppliers in that area that are competing for that business and show the customer an instant search result. And there you have it. These are the best local providers in that market space, and they're showing you their best all-inclusive price for that specific job. We have thousands of reviews from customers who have actually used the services, and we have star ratings which classify the providers into service levels like a hotel. Checkout is very, very simple. You enter your trip criteria, and we become the merchant of record on the transaction. And we also provide the user with instant confirmation. This is very innovative in this category. So we offered a $70 rate, as we've just seen, to this conference in a town car. A taxi was $80. So that's an incredible value and really demonstrates the value of the marketplace. I'm also thrilled to say that almost 10% of the attendees at PhoCusWright took advantage of this value. And users from across the web have been taking advantage of this value. Our user traffic has grown by approximately 50% year over year for the past 3 years, and we are now 20 times larger than our closest competitor. We started in retail travel. This was our beginnings of how we could start to put a product onto this great platform. And we moved this year into business travel. And what we do in business travel is give companies savings of 40% versus the legacy networks. We give them top providers. We put a $5 million insurance policy on top of all of our providers. And we give the travel manager advanced travel management controls that they're used to and how they've been so successful at managing air and hotel spend and rental car spend within their business. Let's take a quick look at those tools. So step number one was to give the travel manager robust reporting on the activity that's going on in their business and where the service is being used. So we have that. We also have policy settings. So these companies can set policy levels and set per diems for their users about what's reasonable and set policy flags. Very familiar to what's been done in air and hotel. We also show them our entire supplier network so that the company can set their own preferred provider setup within the system. They can block users, they can set them as preferred. It's completely transparent. We have had incredible organic growth with the unmanaged. These are users that are coming to us on the web, and we're signing up 25,000 new accounts per month of users that are not going through the travel manager. You know, there's been a lot of talk in this political season about 999. We think about 555. That's that 50% of the Fortune 500 now have more than 50 users each in our system. So we look at this aggregation, we call the corporate travel manager, and we sign up corporate accounts like these that we've signed up in the past 3 months. The next logical extension is mobile. And we are very proud of our iOS, our Android, and our mobile solutions that we've launched this year. And of course, you get GPS capability, and you get a device that's always with the traveler. We think this is going to be game-changing in our particular segment. So we're deploying a driver-side application where our drivers can check in for jobs, and we can perform great customer service like seeing your vehicle on a map. And our V2 launch of our application is going to bring forward availability within an hour for limo service in our major markets or on-demand service. Our partnerships have been super exciting extension of our platform. We started with OpenTable in the leisure space and Ticketmaster. Now we're expanding into mobile partnerships so that they can integrate off of our mobile apps. And we are able to integrate in virtually any type of a travel distribution environment. We have knocked down some amazing deals that I'd like to tell you about in travel distribution. Among the airlines, in the first quarter, we will be live with 5 of the 10 largest airlines. We will be live in the hotel chain space with 2 of the largest 4, and in the OTAs, we will be live with 3 of the top 6. One more thing in honor to our hero. We're learning a lot within our product channels now about what customers want. One thing that they hate, for example, is hourly minimums if they just want to take a ride from across town. Why would they want a vehicle for 3 hours? And so we are bringing a new product to the market called point-to-point pricing, which is something that local companies used to do. And our rate in Seattle and other major cities is very, very attractive. Our mission is to become the largest and most profitable seller of travel in the world, and we do this through our value, our technology, and our distribution. And we think this is one of the last great categories to be captured and brought online. And that, to us, is the ride revolution.
Okay. Hi, TJ.
Hi there.
So I'm very respectful of the fact that you're a former trial attorney, so we're going to do this with our gloves on. And also, we do agree with Greg. You shouldn't listen to the critics. We're the piñata. We're up here to be beaten. And one thing is that we're never indecisive, but we're often wrong. In terms of the iPhone app and the rush to mobile, the challenge, I guess, is to make sure the consumer wants to use the limo app versus the Cabulous, Taxi Magic, Uber Cab. and the ability to get more people to download and prefer that app would seem to be pretty important, especially as you move to the retail side.
Right.
And are there any magic gems that you think are going to stand out? I do have to ask one quick question. Brief answer.
Well, the recipe that we focused on for mobile is give the user the utility of the service so they can use it wherever they're going in the world. They always have it with them.
Right.
Take advantage of the native technology that's there, which is GPS.
Right, but why your app?
And our app provides the marketplace. So they get the best pricing when they're using our app to do this service. They're going to see all the local providers and get that best pricing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one of the problems you face is it's sort of like a land grab. I've got to tell you, I downloaded the, your competitor's app, GroundLink. I used it, it worked, the guy showed up, and I'm going to keep it. I can't think of a reason why I would ditch that and get yours, and I just wonder if other people would have the same experience.
Yep, so we're betting that consumers will want to do what they love to do in the case of air and hotel, which is go online, search, compare, and buy. And while that app might have utility, once they see the pricing that's available in our service, we feel that when it comes to town car service, there is a level of commoditization, and the user will want to get a great service at a great price, and that could lead to switchers. Also, we have about 20 times the web traffic of GroundLink to start from, so we are the market leader, and that traffic is flowing through, so we feel that it's helping our adoption.
Can you talk a little bit about your conversion rates from your visits to books?
Yeah, so I've been in travel for a long time, and obviously in the market space today, the way that the OTAs are making their money is not through air. It's through hotel and it's through rental car. And our conversion rates are very, very similar and in line with the conversion rates that we saw in hotel and rental car. And most importantly, our margins are in line with those products. We are a high-value, incremental revenue opportunity for travel distributors. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.